It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Well, for the Grizzlies, their record has fallen off the pace they set last season. No team wants to see that regression. They're looking to turn things around, and we'll see how they do tonight. Last year, the Hawks were really the surprise story of the NBA. A lot of what they did came through teamwork. Shaq, do you think they're like the prime example of a team being greater than the sum of its parts?
Ernie, let me give you a Shaq fact about the Hawks. Nobody on the Hawks last season averaged over 17 points. They had 6 players averaging double digits. So with the Hawks, it was a complete team effort. Played very, very well.
Yeah, you could see how they really moved the basketball. That was the one thing I was so impressed with, and they demonstrated unselfish play at all times.
What do you know about unselfish play?
Nothing. He shot it every time.
Hey, listen, I was
and
a
I know
point
what you're going to
guard
say. I know what
that
you're going to
gave it
say.
up.
94, 95, you
Hey,
made the record.
What do you
hitting
know?
threes
What
in
do
the
you
finals.
know about unselfish play?
Nothing. They used to call me the black hole, Ernie, because once it came in, it never came out.
I used to be the gas station because I filled it up, baby. Filled it up.
Wow, that's awesome. Let's get down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off. That's good.
The Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, Matt Barnes. Without his presence, they'll have to overcome the hole there.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Howard. Kent Bazemore is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Here's Schroeder. And yes, sir, that one drops. Schroeder's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Hawks. The Hawks offense was a thing of beauty at times to watch last year. They really came together. They epitomized that turn team so well.
You hit it right on the head. I mean, they knew how to find the open man. The ball always ended up in the right spot, and so many of their shots came from assists, second in the league in that category.
The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Conley. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Now here's Schroeder. Really struggled in the loss against Minnesota. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Oh, wide open look for Gasol. Gasol can't get that one to fall. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Jack. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul.
His personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Conley. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And Randolph now top of the key. Millsap with the steal. And now in transition is Jack. Here we go. And the basket good. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's how you make an impact with defense. And once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Now here's Schroeder. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Atlanta leading by 7. There's the pass to Millsap. Passes it to Jack. 6 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. Here's Howard. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Randolph. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Allen with it. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Gasol. And the layup falls. Gasol's got his first basket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The Hawks leading.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Wide open look. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Parsons got his first points of the night. The Hawks leading by 5. And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Now here's Parsons following the miss by Paul Millsap. Randolph a screen. Conley the pass to Randolph. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Bazemore, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
And so here's Memphis. After the basket by Atlanta. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Off the pick. Atlanta with the rebound. Millsap's got his third rebound on the night. Atlanta leading by 7. The feed to Bazemore. Kicks to Howard. Stolen by Randolph. The drive by Allen. Count that one.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Howard. Humphreys comes in for Paul Millsap. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Korver in for Jarrett Jack. The Hawks leading by 5.
You know, guys, Memphis walks through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Kevin, let's look at where the Hawks stand in the NBA rankings right now. 4th in free throw percentage, 4th in opponent shooting percentage. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
And talking about how consistent they've been at the foul line. So often it's an afterthought, but the good teams find a way to make teams pay for sending them to the free throw line. That's been a key all season. And guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
Here's Adams after the basket by Atlanta. Wright sets a screen for Carter. Shot clock at 6. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
They got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Here's Sefolosha. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Sefolosha.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
The Hawks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
And it's Wright missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Adams against Hardaway. Here's Sefolosha. And it's blocked. Ennis with the ball. A 14-point game for him in the win against Houston. Memphis moving it around. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against Houston.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the star that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
And here is Hardaway. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 5.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the great Tim Hardaway Sr., had a very good rookie season. However, last season, Clark, not the improvement that some were hoping to see on him.
Kevin, you knew the expectations were going to be high going forward, very high. But sometimes you step back before you move forward. He only shot 39% last season, very low for a guy of his caliber.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
And we were talking about Hardaway Jr., and he had a very good shot coming out of college does a good job of freeing himself off screens, plays with good energy and intensity. For this young man, I believe the sky is the limit.
Against Adams. Here's Carter. Rebound, Atlanta.
You know, with Hardaway Jr., it's not my thing to compare guys to other players, but he could use a little bit of his dad's quickness and ball handling. Tim Sr. was one of the best in the league at getting his own shot and getting shots for others. If Tim Jr. can get half of that in his game, his star will rise.
And Wright kicks to Ennis, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Atlanta leading by 3. This is to Hardaway. Picked by Humphries. Hardaway kicks to Corbin. Humphries the pass to Cephalosha. Vince Carter grabs the miss. The Grizzlies shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. Adams outside. Feeds to Ennis. Carter against Hardaway. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And for those younger folks who might not be familiar, go online and look at some old clips of Vince Carter. In his prime, Clark, one of the great dunkers the league has ever seen.
And for my money, the greatest game dunk in pro basketball history belongs to him. With Team USA back in 2000, jumped over a 7-2 center and punched it on it. Hard to top that.
And you think back to Vince Carter starting his career with the Raptors, an 8-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA selection, and he really introduced Canada to the NBA game.
Carter hits them both.
And for Vince Carter, a superstar in his prime when he was with the Raptors, and his departure left some bad feelings there, no doubt. But, you know, you think back to last season, though, in Toronto, they played a video tribute which brought Vince to tears. I mean, that was nice to see the reconciliation.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved Coach of the Year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you can put in there. But what he's done taking the Hawks to the top of the East, a few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio, but he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Cephalosha hits both of them.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers, and theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Splitter. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Ennis dishes to Adams. Ennis with the ball. Now defended by Corver from downtown. Rebound by the Hawks. Humphries has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Memphis would end up going 16 and 13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in the final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
Adams can't tie it up as that one misses. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Cephalosha. He dishes it to Hardaway. And here's Corver from the arc. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Adams. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Right, left side. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's Atlanta leading by 6. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. A chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game has been, you know, we can beat any team in this league. You know, if we work together and, you know, put everything into play, you know, we'll be all right. And that's the kind of attitude we've been having. You know, that's the attitude we have to keep.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working.
Right.
So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Atlanta, Dennis Schroeder is out there with Jarrett Jack. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Howard. And it's Bazemore at the 3 slot. Free throw good, Howard.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
That one is no good. Well, last season, the Hawks not only had a great year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank, too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
Yeah, and that's great news for Atlanta, and they were rewarded with a terrific season. The group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hawks, and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
Here's Allen. Takes it from 10. Bazemore grabs the miss.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Count that one.
Boy, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. A 12-point game. They host the 76ers after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Gasol setting the pick for Parsons. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Randolph. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Randolph's got his first basket of the night.
Loved the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
And Jack kicks to Howard. And the shot is good. Howard's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
Outside, Randolph. Conley with the screen on Millsap. Outside Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Schroeder passes to Jack. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Tony Allen.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
First free throw is good. Talking about Jarrett Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's winning time.
And Jarrett Jack drops them both. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And Gasol slams it in.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
That's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Conley dishes to Parsons. Back to Conley. To the paint, here's Gasol, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. 6 points for Marc Gasol.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here is Jack. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. 6 on the shot clock. Bazemore gets the bucket.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Conley. Parsons outside. Here's Randolph. Rebound, Atlanta. Millsap's got 4 rebounds in this game. Atlanta leading by 10. Millsap a screen on Conley. Kicks to Millsap, and there's the 3-second violation.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Chandler Parsons. Averaging about 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully, this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Randall, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
No good on the free throw.
And, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Averaged a double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999, so it's a rare feat.
Here's Parsons. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now Conley, following Jared Jack's three-point attempt. Conley kicks to Randall. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Now here's Schroeder. Howard, the pass to Schroeder. No good. And Memphis the other way now.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Here's Allen. And the shot is good. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And Jack, here we go. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Allen. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Randolph up top. Allen dishes to Randolph. Conley with a wide open look. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Jack kicks to Howard. Gasol with the defensive effort. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And Parsons gets it to go.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here is Jack. He's got 5. Howard, the pass to Schroeder. Allen with the rebound.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Dish now to Gasol. He kicks it to Randolph. Atlanta with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany. His teammates give him a hard time about putting mayonnaise on everything. He eats a turkey burger with mayo before every game. And let me tell you, no need to change because he's settling in just fine.
First free throw is good. And Schroeder, who's out of Germany, a pretty wealthy country, but he had a pretty hard scrabble upbringing.
Yeah, you know, he had some brushes with authority early on in his life. He's still relatively young, so in the past, I think he's in a really ideal situation in Atlanta right now, though.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, a complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomized it, Clark.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfect.
The Hawks leading by 4. Down low. Here's Splitter. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Atlanta.
And, folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
And that one falls for Splitter.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in a game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team.
Now here's Ennis. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Clock at 4. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Ennis has got 5 points so far.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they look offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
And stolen by Wright. Now Adams. Carter outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Now here is Cephalosha. Adams defending. Hardaway. And it's Wright sending it back. Splitter with no one around. And he overshot that one, missing.
I'll tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Adams with it. Now defended by Korver. Green dishes to Ennis. Wright sets a screen. Now here's Ennis. He's tightly guarded. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Wright.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now here is Humphries. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And Adams kicks to Carter. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time.
And stolen by Wright. Carter against Humphries. Humphries with the steal. Here's Splitter. And he gets it to go. Splitter's got 5.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
And for Chris Humphries, last year was a chance to sign with a playoff contender. The Wizards turned out to be even more than that, with the 4th best record in the East, and Humphries helped them to get there, averaging about 6.5 boards per game.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Getting back to Humphries, he was rolling pretty good last season, but a late-season groin injury, Clark, cost him the final 16 games.
Yeah, terribly disappointing for Chris because he had become an important part of that front court rotation. He was up to almost 20 minutes a game before he went down.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Drive by Adams.
And checking out the stats for Cephalosha, how his last 10 games have gone. He's getting around 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Well, Memphis loves the grit and grind mentality of this Grizzlies team. We all know that. They are at their most fearsome, I think, right here in the grindhouse.
No doubt about it. Some names just stick, and everyone here knows when you say grindhouse, you're talking about the FedEx Forum. Memphis so strong in this building.
No good on the second free throw.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
Korver passes to Cephalosha. Humphries kicks to Hardaway. A three-pointer off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Right side, Green. He feeds it to Ennis. Drive by Adams. And another miss by Memphis. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Hardaway kicks to Korver. Has to split it. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 11. Humphries, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. All sorts of time. Adams' shot is off. Atlanta leading by 4. One-on-one here. Cephalosha's shot is good. Cephalosha's got 7 points.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Green, the screen. Ennis in the corner. Here's Wright. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so that's the end of the first half. Hawks lead by 6. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. Atlanta was looking great right away. Some major league offense and defense in the mix as they raced out to an 11-2 lead. They ended up leading by 6 at the end of the first quarter. The story of the second quarter was not much different, as the scoring was even and they were able to close out the half, maintaining a 6-point lead. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end, because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, their poor rebounding is really hurting them. It hasn't killed them on the scoreboard yet, but they need to pick it up. This is a game they can win. If they come out hustling in the second half, they can win.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop him.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Parsons in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. And so here's Memphis after the basket by Atlanta. Conley dishes to Gasol. Parsons outside. The pass to Randall. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Dwight Howard.
Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
And Randolph Clark can struggle in matchups against quicker power forwards of those spread fours.
Yeah, but even though he struggles on the perimeter against those guys, he punishes them when he gets them inside in his operating area at the offensive end. Most big men have a hard time dealing with him in the paint.
Very good point. And he's good on the second.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
Now here's Millsap. Here's Bazemore. Good work defensively by Gasol.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Parsons. And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the second fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
Gasol with the steal. The drive by Allen, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Conley kicks to Allen. Atlanta with the rebound. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. No good from Jack.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Allen, that's good.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Hawks have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Allen against Jack. Millsap passes to Jack. Bazemore dishes to Howard. Gasol with the steal. And there's the call on Howard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kick by Randolph. Conley kicks to Randolph. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
Outside Conley. There's the pick. For the lead. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Passes it to Howard. And there's the feed to Millsap. Stolen by Randolph. Now here's Conley. He's guarded by Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his 1st foul.
3rd team foul.
Allen kicks to Parsons. Cleans off the pick and hammers it home.
Right there, Randolph doing a good job opening up space for the shooter with the solid screen. They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. The Hawks trail it. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Howard it to Bazemore. Screen by Howard. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Millsap. That's short off the rim.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Here's Allen. Shot is off. Great D that time from Howard. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And that one's good. Millsap.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Parsons outside. Picked by Randolph. It's Allen with the drive. Jack with the rebound.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
Now here is Conley, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Parsons shoots from the baseline. He squares up and sinks it. Parsons got the lead up to 1 now for the Grizzlies.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Screen by Howard. Bazemore passes to Jack. Millsap a screen on Allen. Jack dishes to Millsap to the left side wing. Bazemore for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Conley gets to Allen. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
14 fouls.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Memphis.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball. And we've seen that tonight as well.
Stolen by Michael Conley. Parsons outside. No good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Here's Schroeder. Pass to Bazemore. And yes, sir, that one drops. Bazemore's got 11 points. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Good looking screen by Gasol. Conley the pass to Gasol. Parsons outside. Jack with the defensive effort.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, but over a full game, I like their energy. And if they can maintain that level of effort, I think it bodes well for them down the stretch.
Now, here's Howard, following the miss by Zach Randolph.
All right, a chance here to check out the stats for Tony Allen. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he continues to hone his game. I think the potential is there.
Oh, yeah, you can see the potential clearly, but it's raw, unrefined. He needs to keep polishing it up.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Howard. Humphreys comes in for Paul Millsap. Tavo Cephalosha has checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Korver in for Dennis Schroeder. And so he makes both from the line.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
And here is Adams. Out to the wing. Carter outside. Green with a screen for Carter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Adams. Here's Wright. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Wright's got 6. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Now here's Korver. He has 5. Back to Jack. Splitter against Wright. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green.
They're going to have to play really smart on defense now and defend without fouling because they're over the limit.
The Grizzlies have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
Grizzlies. 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Wright. Clark, Brandon Wright was moving all over the league last year, all over the map, traded twice, once from Dallas to Boston, then again sent to Phoenix where he finished up the season.
Kevin, he was only with Boston for 8 games after the trade. He seemed to find a better home when he was with Phoenix.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Jarrett Jack. The Hawks trail by 3. Hardaway dishes to Humphries. Back to Hardaway. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Hardaway has got his second basket.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Now here's Adams. Kicks it to Carter. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, you have to respect the way Vince Carter has just aged gracefully. A superstar in his day, Clark. You knew his game so well. Even in his late 30s, he's still getting it done.
Got a lot that he brings to the table still, Kevin. I mean, not just to score. He can pass, defend, rebound, and not to mention his veteran leadership and savvy.
And also, guys, Vince Carter is tireless in what he calls his old man workouts. I mean, keeping his body healthy and up to the challenge of the long NBA season. Not to mention holding on to some of that bounce from his younger days. Every now and then, he'll give us a little taste of Vinsanity.
Good on both.
And VC in the second year of a 3-year deal, you know, he struggled to make shots last season. We'll see if this proves to be a bounce-back season for him.
And here's Korver from the arc. Cannot hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And stolen by Splitter. Now here is Cephalosha. Tight defense on him. It's stolen by Carter. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
It takes a lot of skill and agility to lay it in with the defense right on you. That's a terrific finish.
Korver with it. He has 5. In the corner, Hardaway with it.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. The Hawks trail by 5. Outside Korver. This is the Splitter. And it's Wright sending it back. Adams against Korver for 3. And again, Vince Carter for 3. Carter's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Here's Humphries. It's rebounded by Memphis. Carter kicks to Adams. Back to Carter. Wright sets a screen. And stolen by Cephalosha. Feeds it to Hardaway. And counts the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down. Looking at the numbers for Thabo Sefolosha, 9 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw.
And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Sefolosha. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Vince Carter. 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That's good from Vince Carter. Carter hits them both. Atlanta with the ball, trailing here by 8. Hardaway passes to Sefolosha. It's rebounded by Memphis. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. He dishes it to Adams. Green, the screen. Ennis kicks to Green. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
And one thing I love about the Grizzlies, they know what they are all about. I mean, they prefer to get looks in close, not to attack over the top. They were at the top last year in terms of field goal percentage with 2-point shots. That's definitely their staple.
For the Grizzlies, it's not like they can't shoot threes, Clark. They just feel more comfortable going inside.
And for good reason. I mean, they've got one of the best front courts in the league. I think it is the best front court in the league. The key for balancing that out, though, is knocking down some 3-point shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes the first but misses the second. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Humphries.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Adams dishes to Ennis. Outside, Green. He kicks it to Ennis. Here's Adams. Off target from 3-point range.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Now here's Hardaway. 6 points for him, and they get it back. Ennis passes to Adams. It's Vince Carter on the wing. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Penalty situation. Shooting for Memphis. Vince Carter. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. He has 23 points, and 7 of his points have come on free throws, which is a big bonus.
And that bonus comes directly from hard, aggressive work getting to the basket.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Memphis. Conley now comes in for Adams. Atlanta also making some changes here. Paul Millsap's checked in for Humphries. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Thabo Sefolosha. The Hawks trail by 9.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry. It's
stolen by Carter. The dish to Gasol. Ennis gets to Green. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 4 assists in the game. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Schroeder. Launches it. No good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Memphis out in front. They lead by 11. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And the Grizzlies leading by 11 on the court for Atlanta. They've got Kent Bazemore. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Jarrett Jack. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. Now here's Randolph. Lock at 6. They double team Conley. Gasol with it. And it's Howard picking him up. The Hawks trail by 11. And Jack, here we go. And Gasol sends it back. They recover it. Another shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Looking at the game Bazemore's been having, he's got 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The free throw dropped for Bazemore. Well, you have to love the energy and the effort given every night by Kent Bazemore, hustling for loose balls. Greg, a lot like you actually. Runs the floor like a tornado, can handle the ball, the consummate role player.
He really is. And you know, you have to have guys who can be effective without the basketball, Kevin. There's only one out there.
Right.
And you're going to have 5 guys, so you need other areas of the game to be effective. And he focuses on the defense, the rebounding, all those little things that add up to victory.
And, you know, going back to Kent Bazemore, he was not a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He was solid and unspectacular in college. Entered the NBA as an undrafted free agent. Exceeded everybody's expectations.
Now here's Parsons. He feeds it to Randolph. Charity stripe shot, and he gets it to go. Randolph's got the lead up to 11 now for Memphis.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. And getting back to Kent Bazemore, I mean, he will always have a role in this league because of his defense and his positive attitude. He's the kind of guy who gets counted out early and goes on to have a legitimate 10-year NBA career.
Memphis leading by 9. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Allen drives in. That's good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Just haven't been able to find an answer for Allen. 12 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Here's Schroeder. Screen by Howard. Schroeder passes to Millsap. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And he is the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap, very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. but folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
No good on that one.
And Millsap with over a 7-foot wingspan and also just a great nose for the ball. He gets you rebounds, blocks, and he leads all power forwards in steals pretty much every season.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And speaking of Millsap's defense, I mean, he can switch out and cover perimeter players as well. His smaller stature gives him that versatility, but then the long wingspan allows him to still bang with the biggies.
Atlanta again missing.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Conley with the three, but they get it back. Allen dishes to Gasol, and Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And Jack kicks to Millsap. And Jack, here we go. Stolen by Allen, and there's the call on Howard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Randolph. Almost, but it rolls out.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here is Jack. Pass to Millsap. Good, and Jack gets the assist. 6 points for Millsap.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Here's Conley. Gasol passes to Randolph. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Hawks trail by 12. Jack dishes to Schroeder. At the top of the key, Millsap lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Parsons outside to the wing on the left, and the foul on Kent Bazemore. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
It's still pretty early to judge, but so far the 2014 draft class has lived up to the hype. The top guys were as good as promised, and a lot of talent down later in the draft as well.
Conley's shot is off.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Now here is Conley. And another miss by Memphis. Schroeder kicks to Jack. Now the pass to Howard. There's Bazemore, covered by Parsons. Bazemore passes to Jack, and a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Memphis leading by 10. Outside Conley. Gasol in the high post. Gasol missing again. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Bazemore gets the bucket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Allen. Parsons outside. Puts up the baby hook and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Take a look at what Parsons been doing. 10 points and also a block shot. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there.
Chandler Parsons. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Memphis making a change here. White's checked in. He's off on the second. The Hawks trail by 9. Inside, looking to get it going. And it's Jack getting it to go.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Allen after Jarrett Jack's score. Shot clock at 6. Parsons dishes to Randolph. It's stolen by Jack. Here's Bazemore.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Here is Conley after the basket by Atlanta. Conley sets a screen for Wright. Rebounds, Atlanta takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And Kent Bazemore, the long arm, the lefty out of Old Dominion, where he was the Division I Defensive Player of the Year back in 2011. A 5-year senior. He graduated with 2 degrees, one in criminal justice, the other in human services.
And Bazemore grew up in a small town, Telford, North Carolina. Clark, less than 300 people.
And a very tight-knit community, as you might expect, Kevin. His uncle owned the local diner, and you see that in his demeanor. Very social, a humble guy. He's really a nice presence in the locker room.
And so Bazemore nails both of them.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Now here's Wright. Allen with the screen for Wright. Back to Parsons. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Wright. Out to the right wing. And here's Conley outside. And Wright gets to Conley. The offensive rebound. And finished off by Wright.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
Yeah, we'll see, though, Greg. I mean, it looks like that might be the case. They might need a few more like it, though, because that lead has been steadily dwindling.
Now, here is Jack. There's the feed to Millsap. Back to Jack. Some solid defense from Randolph.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, clearly they were starting to show signs of fatigue, so coach wanted to give them a second to get their win back.
Clark, thinking back when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft, 4th overall. He wasn't an instant star, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007. A slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appeared, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
Korver, he's checked in for Jarrett Jack. The Hawks trail by 7.
You know, you think back, the Grizzlies contemplated trading Mike Conley early on in his career, and I tell you what, aren't they glad that cooler heads prevailed? I mean, his rise has helped propel them to one of the top teams in the Western Conference.
Korver, no luck. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Parsons attacking right, and he cuts it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continues to attack that rim.
For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter.
And Mike Conley, maybe the best player in the NBA never to make an all-star team. I really feel like it's unfair to call him underrated now, because if you go around our league, all teams respect what he's been able to do in Memphis. And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the 3. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
The Hawks trail by 8. Here's Schroeder. Passes to Howard. Over to the left wing.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
A free throw dropped for Bazemore. And so Bazemore nails both of them. And so here's Memphis. They've led by as many as 14 points. To the paint, here's Conley. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
The Hawks trail by 8. Shooter passes to Millsap. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Conley dishes to Randolph. To the middle. And Parsons kicks to right. Memphis moving it around. Pass to Randolph. Shoots from the block. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Right with the double team. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Lock at 6. Shoots. And no good, trying to use the glass. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Conley kicks to Allen. Randolph a screen. Parsons outside. Dishes it to Conley. Wright sets a screen for Conley. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Wright.
He gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Now here is Conley, guarded by Schroeder. Conley kicks to Randolph. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Kicks to Korver. Here's the 3. Allen with the rebound.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
The 3 from Korver. Korver missing again. Memphis with the ball. They're leading by 8. Outside Conley. Feeds it to Allen. Looks for Randolph, gets it to him. And that one's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
3 on 3. Outside Conley. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Mark Gasol. And Mark, how would you break down this game in terms of the team's performance and ability to come away with this win?
Just a good all-around night. We believe that in the fourth quarter, I think we did a good job of, staying in the game. We just believe. On to the next one.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Brandon Wright. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
Well, he really pumped life into the team, and they needed it the way they've been struggling. When he came in, the entire feel of the game changed. He was getting buckets.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.